Did you know a hummingbird, a creature of exquisite fragility and yet possessed of astonishing energy, can visit 1,000 flowers a day? Imagine, if you will, having these tiny wonders gracing your garden with their presence. In this 4-part series, we embark on a journey, a quest if you will, to transform your outdoor space into a haven for our feathered friends. Whether it be a sprawling garden, a humble balcony, or a modest backyard, we shall unlock the secrets to attract these delightful creatures. Let us begin then, with the first 2 of 10 essential tips to turn your space into a veritable bird paradise. We shall delve into the world of birdhousing, exploring the nuances of design and preference that will entice these discerning tenants. Following that, we will unravel the culinary desires of our avian companions, discovering the delectable treats that will transform your garden into a veritable avian feast. Our first endeavor, you see, is to provide suitable accommodation for our feathered friends. Birds, much like ourselves, are particular about their lodgings. A birdhouse is not merely a whimsical addition to the garden, but rather a potential sanctuary, a place of refuge from the elements and indeed from the perils of the outside world. The discerning bird, meticulous in its selection, will only choose a dwelling that meets its exacting standards. Size, you see, is paramount. A cramped and cluttered abode will not do. The entrance hole, that portal to the outside world, must be carefully considered. A mere inch in diameter will suffice for the diminutive wren, while the slightly larger bluebird requires an aperture of 1.5 inches. And for the woodpecker, that architect of the avian world, a full 2 inches is required for comfortable access. But size is but one factor in this intricate selection process. Birds, unlike some humans I might add, are not swayed by gaudy displays of color. Indeed, vibrant hues are often perceived as a threat, a warning sign in the natural world. Therefore, resist the urge to adorn your birdhouse with garish shades. Subtlety, my friends, is key. Natural tones, blending seamlessly with the surrounding foliage, are far more likely to entice our feathered friends. I recall, with a certain degree of amusement, a rather misguided attempt by a dear friend of mine to attract birds to his garden. He erected a birdhouse, I grant you, but in a moment of uncharacteristic exuberance, he chose to paint it a rather startling shade of neon pink. The result, I'm afraid, was not quite what he had in mind. Birds, rather than flocking to this supposed haven, gave it a wide berth. Squirrels, on the other hand, seemed inexplicably drawn to it, transforming it into a rather lively, if somewhat unconventional, disco. Now, having addressed the question of suitable accommodation, let us turn our attention to another matter of great importance in the avian world: sustenance. Birds, like all creatures, require nourishment to fuel their tireless activity. And just as we humans have our culinary preferences, so too do our feathered friends. Providing the right kind of food, you see, is crucial to attracting a variety of species to your garden. Sunflower seeds, for instance, are a particular favorite of cardinals, those flashes of crimson that brighten even the dullest of winter days. Woodpeckers, those industrious foragers, are partial to suet, a high-energy treat that sustains them through their tireless drilling. And hummingbirds, those aerial acrobats, require nectar, that sweet elixir produced by flowers to fuel their frenetic wings. A word of caution, however, on the subject of bread. While it may seem a harmless offering, bread is, in reality, akin to junk food for birds. Lacking in nutritional value, it does little to sustain them and can, in fact, be detrimental to their health. I myself witnessed a crow, a bird known for its intelligence and resourcefulness, reject a piece of stale bread with a disdain that could only be described as withering. It was, if I may be permitted a touch of anthropomorphism, like witnessing a particularly bad Tinder date. Therefore, I urge you to resist the temptation to offer bread to our avian companions. Instead, opt for feeders stocked with a variety of seeds, nuts, and fruits. And remember, cleanliness is paramount. A dirty feeder can harbor harmful bacteria, so be sure to clean yours regularly. As the sun begins its westward descent, casting long shadows across our burgeoning bird paradise, we must for now take our leave of this tranquil world. But fear not, our journey is far from over. In the next installment of our avian adventure, we shall delve deeper into the art of attracting birds, exploring the importance of water and the allure of nesting materials. Until then, I encourage you to implement the wisdom we have gleaned today. Transform your own outdoor spaces into havens for our feathered friends. And remember, in observing these remarkable creatures, we gain a deeper understanding not only of their world, but of our own place within the intricate tapestry of life.